Let's get into the story of YB. Fatso story. Let's get into it.
Terrorizing his ops at every chance he gets.
Damn.
Not only is Fatso an EBK Black disciple, but he has mob ties with Lil Durk.
Oh, wow. Lil Durk. Free Durky, yo, man.
Fatso has accomplished more than most have in a lifetime. And
Wow.
his success has not
But the thing is, you get that type, like, a success, and you continue to gangbang and all that, like, so you get, but, like, you don't get nowhere, bro, like, man, bro, these people out there, though.
I'm never no bitch, so motherfucking talk crazy. They want to pull out guns, we gonna pull out guns. I'm gonna drop your little ass. You know
Damn.
touch this bitch.
Boy.
I heard that.
This boy on live, boy.
As long as it's not in the
Bro, he smoking with his baby.
They like, damn, bitch. Is you really up? Hey, say fuck Lil Ham. Fuck Lil Ham.
Oh, that's Jeff them gang. Damn. Bro, this dude wildin'. Yeah, you could have seen from small he used to gangbang.
And attended Carter G. Wilson Elementary School. He has a total of 4 siblings with 3 brothers and 1 little sister.
Damn.
He moved around with his mom and stepdad, and his stepdad had made a living doing construction. And Fatso, ironically, had gotten his name from being the fat kid on the block growing up, and had always been influenced by his older brother, who we now know as YFG Chalk. Chalk is 2 years older than Fatso, and was living just 8 miles south on 88th and Princeton Avenue, near Chatham, with Fatso traveling down to hang out with his brother frequently. Fatso looked up to Chalk in a lot of ways, but mostly for his ability to create music. Fatso would start to hop in the booth with Chalk and his friends, and would eventually drop his first music video for his song titled Go Go at only 12 years old. In this video, Fatso is riding Lime scooters with his friends wearing a YFG hoodie, establishing Young Fly Guys as their new crew. And that day, YFG Fatso was born. However, as lighthearted and harmless as he may come off in this video, in his lyrics, he is still talking about hitting the block with 30s and dumping on the ops. Fatso
12?
was surrounded by violence and crime,
Damn,
and his contribution would be inevitable.
This generation
After
cooked,
he started
bro.
making his name as a rapper, he would shift his influence from his brother Chalk to more known figures like King Von, who was a documented killer and ended up being a victim of gun violence himself back in 2020. R.I.P. King Von.
R.I.P. Von, man.
Figures like this that would pave the way for the youth coming up in the streets of Chicago, including
Von is probably the most dangerous rapper on this planet. And he used to lie, bro. King Von wasn't the guy to play with. He ain't scared of nobody. And he going out fighting, though. With that dumb Rondo friend didn't shoot him, bro. He only shoot because he boys getting beat by. He was getting breakup. But R.I.P. to Von, man.
Robberies. Once the vehicle's been used and potentially caught on surveillance, they dump the vehicle just to find another and repeat this process over and over again. Fatso became a proud member of the 808 mob, reminding the public that, quote, 808 is stamped in the papers, meaning there are plenty of articles written on the crimes they are involved in. It's around this time, at 13 years old, that Fatso would be arrested and spend 30 days in juvenile hall.
Bro, 13 you was arrested, bro?
On what his charges actually were, but based off the stories that he shares, I would guess either a GTA or some sort of gun charge. However, when Fatso was released, he would be ready to showcase his talent for the world and double down on his music career. In 2022,
but if I might make it and start making money, bro, all the bad habits I get, I can change, bro.
He still wasn't breaking 100K and reaching those life-changing numbers. But it wasn't until March 2023 when Fatso dropped his first music video on his brand new YouTube channel titled Back Again that he cracked 100K on his YouTube. And in my opinion, this is still one of his hardest songs to date. His name was making noise through the city, and more specifically in the south side of Chicago, Chatham area. It was this video that got Fatso an interview with On a Couch TV, and we would really get an inside look at what YFG was all about. Fatso would go on to say he is EBK Black disciple, and if you think he's a bitch, he would not hesitate to up the poll, especially if you're trying to backdoor him.
Boy, this dude young, bro. I hear this dude had a kid with a 22-year-old, bro. And he was 16 at the time. Y'all women out there, boy. Y'all gotta do better, boy. Yeah, bro. This generation, bro.
I'm never no bitch, so motherfucking talk crazy, alright? They want to fight, we can fight. They want to pull out guns, we gonna pull out guns.
That's just the niggas' lifestyle, bro. They gotta prove to the world that they street dudes and they gangbangers. I ain't gotta prove nothing no more, bro. All I gotta prove that I just work hard every day and try to get my goals, bro. That's all I gotta prove. I work my butt off every day. I don't need nothing from nobody, bro. I don't ask nothing from no one, bro. That's why I gotta work hard for my own, because life, bro, people do for you, they throw it back in your face. So you gotta work hard for your own stuff, bro. Boys got that pipe on the table, bro.
After this interview dropped, Fatso knew that he needed to capitalize on this momentum while dropping 9 music videos over 9 months, which have collectively accumulated over 8 million views to date. Just those 9 music videos alone. Not to mention, within this time, Fatso would also drop his first official tape titled No Privacy.
Damn, he dropped 9 music videos in 9 months? That boy's getting crazy, dropping a music video a month.
And in this case, Fatso was on IG Live provoking his ops, saying that if they would try to take his chain, he would drop their ass. While the ops in the comments would accept the
But that's one thing, but if you make it, bro, stop doing all them bad habits you get. Leave them behind.
It ain't never gonna look good on you if you don't get the chance to wear it. It'll never look good on you if you don't get the chance to wear it. It's not gonna look good on you. Okay. As soon as you reach and touch this bitch, I'm gonna drop your little ass. You're not even gonna get the chance to touch this bitch on my dead grandma.
Damn, he putting it on. He grimy is crazy. But these dudes wild.
Y'all wanna start that in the comments?
I mean, he on niggas in the comments clowning on him.
Everybody in my comments hashtag fuck trap right now.
Bro, that's crazy.
Now, clearly, Fatso is not to be tested. However, I don't think that 800 TJ agreed, because he would also get into a beef with Fatso. But this time, Fatso would be seen on IG Live
800 TJ, he did pause. R.I.P. to him, man.
Flashing switches and a Draco. Then, the very next day, 800 TJ would post to his story photos of him on the corner of 88th and Princeton Avenue.
Nah,
YFG,
what?
which stands for YFG Killer. It seems
Boy,
to emphasize the idea of
bro, you do that?
enemy. Thankfully, nothing would come from this incident, because soon, Fatso's life was about to change forever. Lil Durk, one of Chicago's biggest artists, won a Grammy for Best Melodic Rap Performance with his hit single All My Life, featuring J. Cole at the 2024 Grammy Awards ceremony. Shortly after, Fatso would be seen counting money on his IG Live with the one and only smirk. Now, if there is one thing that Fatso knows how to do, is capitalize on his opportunity.
Free Smirkio, man.
That being said, with all this little dirt cloud around him, Fatso drops Princeton Freestyle, featuring DCG, which has over 3.5 million views today. And of course, the love wouldn't stop there. Lil Durk would then post on IG that he would officially welcome Chucky, Lil King, and Fatso to OTF. And would even go as far as to tag his jeweler to ask him for 3 big-ass chains to be made for his new signees. Fatso was going everywhere with Durk at this point, flexing
OTF
jewelry,
chin.
meeting with the label, and
So he's a part of OTF. I didn't know he was a part of OTF.
Fatso would have a single locked and loaded for the streets, while dropping a visual to Reap the City, which Reap the City has almost 2 million views also. This kid is a hit-making machine, but unfortunately...
Shout out to Fatso, man. Damn, bro. But yeah, you have a lot going on, bro. Having kids, a 22-year-old smoking with your baby on live. But I hope y'all enjoy this reaction video, man. It's your boy Garret, man. I'm out. Peace.